The best e-commerce platforms, pros and cons. Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we will be going over some of the top platforms for e-commerce, and if you are looking to get started with your own e-commerce store, which one should you be picking right now? So let's get into it. Now, we're going to go over 10 of the most popular platforms. I'm going to tell you guys the pros and cons of each of these platforms, and then I'm going to tell you guys what are the winners according to my own research and according to my own experience, because I have used almost all of these platforms in one way or another to get started with a business, and I'll tell you guys what exactly are the features that each of these have. So to get started on number one, and these are in no particular order, is Shopify. Now, Shopify is the most popular platform, and it is popular for a reason. It is specifically built for e-commerce. It is built to create your e-commerce store. It has multiple different apps, plugins, and integrations, and it has beautiful, quick, and easy to design templates, as well as a simple design setup, a simple website editor, and manageable prices. It's not expensive, particularly if you're looking at e-commerce websites. It might be expensive, so it is rather expensive in comparison to the other ones that I'm going to tell you guys about. But the difference with that is when you're paying with Shopify, you're going to be paying a whole price, but for a lot of these other platforms, to get additional features that you would normally just get in Shopify, you have to pay small fees, and those usually end up adding up to around the same cost as Shopify. But in general, Shopify is one of the most expensive ones on this list. Now, moving on to number two, we have Squarespace. So Squarespace is a beautiful website creator. It has so many different templates. Even from the Squarespace website design, you can see that they have beautiful design templates for you to get started with. And to build a very interactive e-commerce front, Squarespace is amazing, but it is not made for e-commerce. That is one of the largest cons with Squarespace. You can see over here that it would be more so reserved for creating a simple website, a portfolio, or a blog. These are the features that Squarespace does a lot better. Even though they are trying to repurpose and rebrand into focusing on creating online stores, they simply do not have the features that are usually integrated within all e-commerce builders. So that is why I wouldn't recommend Squarespace as one of my top picks. Now, moving on to number three, we have GoDaddy. Now, GoDaddy is not it, because GoDaddy focuses on purchasing domain names, and whenever you are building a website, of course, you are going to be looking for a domain, and when you are looking for a domain, they try to lump you in and tell you, just for an added cost of a couple of dollars, you can build your e-commerce store with their website builder as well. However, they are too overpriced. In terms of all of the services that they provide, you're going to get web hosting for a certain price, and you're going to get a .com domain, then you're going to need SSL security, and SSL security is usually provided by a lot of these website builders for free. However, on GoDaddy, you will have to pay for it, and then you would have to pay for their landing page builder, website builder, e-commerce features. So that is why it is too overpriced to use GoDaddy. So that is why I would suggest that you just take it off of your list right away. Now, moving on to the next platform, we have Wix. So you can see I have created a couple of websites using Wix, and you might be wondering, hey, Wix is definitely the option I should go for. Well, first off, I would rid that thought out of my mind, because Wix is not built for e-commerce. If you take a look at its editors, if you take a look at its templates, it is amazing to create a good and beautiful website, but the features that Wix provides are simply not enough to run a e-commerce website. If you open up your Wix website manager, then you're going to see that it doesn't have a lot of things that are available for you to optimize your business. So from a business standpoint, if you want to monitor products, if you want to see orders, if you want to see shipments, if you want to add your fulfillment centers, like your fulfillment suppliers, or all of that good stuff is not simply prioritized on the Wix website builder. So that is why I do not recommend this platform either for e-commerce. Now, moving on to our next platform, we have BigCartel. Now, BigCartel is focusing on store building, and it is free. So that is one pro that I love about this, as well as it is specifically made for artists and makers, and it is really easy to build a small store up to 5 products on Big Cartel. So if you're just a small designer starting out, if you're someone that is artistic and wants to, sell some stuff, then Big Cartel is a good option for you. However, the cons of Big Cartel include the fact that there are just not enough customization features. You're not going to get a lot of customization for your website, as well as not enough integration. So let's say you want to integrate dropshipping platform or any other thing like a Calendly schedule or anything like that, then you're not going to be able to do that on your Big Cartel platform. So it is lacking in terms of features and integrations. Now, moving on to our next platform, we have BigCommerce. So BigCommerce has some amazing built-in features. That is one of the largest pros of BigCommerce, but it has some selling limits as well. So in terms of pricing, it is going to run you up quite high, and it is going to be a lot more expensive to run a BigCommerce store in comparison to any other store. So it would end up being pretty expensive to run a BigCommerce website, especially if you're just a small business. So for small businesses, it is not going to be as efficient because although they have amazing inbuilt features, you're not going to even need some of the features that they are providing. So that is why I think that for small businesses, it is not the best idea. Now, moving on to our next platform, we have WooCommerce. So WooCommerce is an amazing platform. It is kind of free. So in terms of pricing, you actually have to just pay for extensions and plugins. You're going to get the basic WooCommerce builder for free. It is one of the most popular platforms after Shopify for website building. It is also very easy to set up your website on WooCommerce. You can see they have everything as well as basic integrations with payment supporters and Google Ads, Stripe, PayPal, and email marketers, as well as some amazing templates for you to get started with. Then in terms of cons, there are a few. There are some security issues with WooCommerce website, as well as piecemeal payments. Like I said, it's kind of free, but you're going to have to pay for plugins and other things, and those costs can really be annoying and add up to quite a large amount. And then you also might need to hire a website designer, because if you use one of their templates, then it's going to look very much like a standard WooCommerce website. So if you do want a separated look, then you're going to have to go on ahead and build a website with a designer or learn something about e-commerce design before you get started with your WooCommerce website. Now, moving on to the final website. Now, I do have 3 more, but this is like the final separated builder, which is Magneto. So Magneto is super customizable, but you will need to hire a designer, and it's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be super customizable. You're going to be able to do anything you want, but it's going to require you to have a lot of computer knowledge, and you're going to need a designer to build the website as well. So it might be a lot more expensive than what you might have anticipated. So those are all of the platforms that we have as separate website builders, but we also have platforms like Amazon, we have Etsy, we have eBay. So these platforms are also amazing for you to get started with your e-commerce business. But what are the pros and cons for that? These apply to all 3 of these. Amazon is one of the largest e-commerce stores, as well as eBay and Etsy. They follow pretty close, and these will allow you, first off, in terms of pros, they're going to give you a wider audience. You're going to have more people to be able to view or browse or buy your products. That's one of the first pro. Secondly, a lot of your business is going to be the shipping, handling, payment, all of that is going to be handled by the platform, so you don't have to worry about that either. But in terms of cons, they have very high fees as well. You're not going to be able to get as much of the profit as you normally would, because you would be paying a platform fee to Amazon, eBay, or Etsy, as well as the fact that the platform can kick you out anytime without providing any reason. So you can get kicked out of the platform. So that is why I would recommend to sell on these platforms, but I wouldn't make them your primary way to start your e-commerce business. Now, who is the winner? Which is the best platform? Well, I would say it's between WooCommerce and Shopify, but Shopify is my winner. Why? Shopify is built for e-commerce. It has all of the integral features as well as some supporting features, and it manages to give you everything at a decent price as compared to other website builders where you have some runarounds or caveats with the lower pricing. So I would recommend to use Shopify to start your business today. Now, that was it for my video today. I hope you guys found it helpful. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.